So Lake Oswego is one of the most sought after locations in the Portland metro area, known for its stunning lakefront properties, upscale neighborhoods and top rated schools. Now, while Portland itself has many vibrant neighborhoods, Lake Oswego offers a unique blend of luxury living and small town charm that attracts both families and professionals looking for exceptional quality of life. Now, in this video, I'll show you what it's like to live in Lake Oswego. We'll explore local amenities, discuss why you might want to move here, and take a look at some homes to give you a feel for the area. So please join me as we dive into the beautiful city of Lake Oswego. So hello, I'm David Backholer and welcome to a beautiful day here in Lake Oswego. Now, if you're new to my channel, then welcome along. I'm a real estate broker based in Portland and I specialize in helping people relocate to Oregon. So feel free to reach out to me if I can help you with your move to the Portland metro area. So let's get on with the topic of today's video and talk about why Lake Oswego might be a great place for you. So Lake Oswego is located just south of Portland, making it a perfect spot for those of you who want to be close to the city whilst enjoying a more relaxing and luxurious lifestyle. The area is known for its pristine lakes, beautiful parks, fantastic river, and a variety of home styles ranging from charming cottages to sprawling lakefront and riverfront estates. So firstly, let's take a look at the map and show you where Lake Oswego is located. Okay, so let's take a couple of minutes to show you where Lake Oswego is and what's in the surrounding area. So this is our map. You'll see Portland's up here directly south of Portland. You'll see we have Lake Oswego. Now this section here is obviously the lake, but you're also on the Willamette River. So Lake Oswego's really got that river and lake appeal. Now in parts of the video, you'll see me stand right on the corner here, Millennium Park. This is right just south of that shopping area, and then here, which is to the east. These are really the two main areas that members of the public can actually get a glimpse of the lake. But you'll see, you're almost just seeing the small bay. The lake itself is much larger than that small area that you'll see me film from. And the reason for that is access to the lake to members of the public is actually really tough. Even though there's some recent rulings that state that it is a public park, or access to the lake should be public, the lake itself is surrounded by houses. In fact, let's check out this one here. Beautiful, huge lakefront estates. So it actually makes it quite a private lake to actually get access to, and you'll find that there's many executives, sports stars who have homes right around the lake, and this is one of the more expensive areas across the entire Portland metro area. I think it's the most expensive city actually in Oregon. So access to the lake is quite limited, but access to the river is a lot more convenient. You've got a couple of different places you can get access to the river, go kayaking, just go for a general walk down the area. The northeast corner right here, this is where you're going to find the majority of little shops, restaurants, cafes, and I've got this covered in the video itself. So you'll see this area covered, and then just north. So let me just show you the street map. So this area right here, in fact, let's put our little guy down right here on this corner. You'll see lots of kind of little cute stores. You've got access to the lake here. There's a nice little patisserie there. Restaurants here. This is a really nice little corner right here. So that's this area here, and then A Street you'll find plenty of shops, restaurants and cafes. You'll see there's a Safeway back here as well. But then just north of this area you have this neighborhood here, this is known as First Edition, and this is a much older neighborhood. You have there's a library right in this area as well. So homes in this area are a little older, a little bit more character. You know, it could be 100 years old or more. In fact, I know there's a couple of Victorians in this area as well. So this is a charming neighborhood, very walkable to the main kind of shops and restaurants and facilities within Lake Oswego itself. Later in the video we will of course talk more about properties, but I also just want to mention right down here by the river there's plenty of residences along here, rental condos and apartments as well, so there's plenty of places right along here as well. So overall, a fantastic little area to be in. And then finally, you've got the country club here. There's several fantastic schools in the near area. There's the Forest Highlands. You've got this great parks around this area as well, so plenty of walking trails. And then the location itself, because it's on the west side of the Willamette River, get into places like Beaverton, if you work in Nike, for example, or Silicon Forest, it's actually a pretty short commute, 15-20 minutes into those areas at most during rush hour. So you'll find many people who work for Nike will also live in and around the Lake Oswego area. You've got plenty of places, not just large estates on the lake, but the whole area around it is surrounded by homes and neighborhoods too. Okay, so let's go back into the video and explore why Lake Oswego could be a great place for you. So walking through Lake Oswego, you'll notice the variety of home styles that makes this area so appealing. The homes range from historic cottages and mid-century modern houses to newer construction and luxurious lakefront estates. Now, many of the properties here feature large lots, mature landscaping, and in some cases direct access to the lake. Now, Lake Oswego is an incredibly affluent area, and this is going to be one of the most expensive parts of all of Oregon to purchase a home. Waterfront homes tend to cost multiple $1 million, but that doesn't mean that all of Lake Oswego is unaffordable to the masses. There are townhomes and condos here too, as well as single family homes that are a little bit further from the lake. Now, the area I'm currently in is the First Edition. This is just north of the small downtown area on the northeast corner of the lake. It's a very popular neighborhood, not just because of the proximity to local amenities, but this is also one of the oldest areas in Lake Oswego, with some homes dating back to the late 19th century. So if you're looking for an area with some wonderful historical charm, this could be the area for you. Now, another great feature of this neighborhood is that the Lake Oswego Public Library is located here, and it's in the middle of this neighborhood. Now, later in the video, we'll talk more about property prices, and I'll give you a wider range of what you can expect from the city. But for now, let's turn our attention to some of Lake Oswego's amenities. Now, one of the great features of Lake Oswego is its abundance of parks and recreational facilities. And one of the things to keep in mind is that Lake Oswego is not just an area of a lake, but you're also on the Willamette River too. So Foothills Park, which is where I'm currently standing, is located on the east side of town and has beautiful views of the river. It's a perfect spot to enjoy a picnic, take a leisurely walk, or simply relax by the water. In the summertime, you'll frequently see people on the river kayaking. There's even a canoe boat right behind me, and this is November right now. It's a great place just to come here in the summer and cool down. Now, this is not the only park in the area that has access to the river. If you enjoy spending time outdoors, Lake Oswego offers a variety of parks and nature areas, including George Rogers Park with its historic iron furnace and riverfront access, which is just south of here. You also have the Tryron Creek State National Area, which is a short drive away and offers miles of trails for hiking, horseback riding. It's over 650 acres of forest land, and it's well maintained with an abundance of trails. Okay, so let's take a few minutes and talk about Lake Oswego, which is obviously the lake right behind me. Now, this is not all the lake. It kind of goes around the corner there. You can't see it from where I'm currently standing. There's a few things you should know about Lake Oswego, though. There's been several lawsuits recently about making this park more accessible to members of the public. There's a recent ruling from 2024 that states that it is a public park and access to it should be easier. What that really means in reality, though, is very unclear. Most of this lake, as you can see, is surrounded by private residences, except for this area near the Millennium Plaza. There's also a city-owned swim park in the southeast corner, and you have to show proof that you live in Lake Oswego to access the lake. But other than that, it's actually really tough to even get a glimpse of the lake, making it feel fairly exclusive. So if you own waterfront property, then the lake will feel exclusive and private. And if you don't live in Lake Oswego but want time on the water, most people are going to be hanging out in the nearby parks on the Willamette River, where I was earlier instead. Now, this is probably one of my favorite spots in Lake Oswego, because you can see just the beautiful tree line, especially this time of year in the background. You've got the lake in the foreground there. And then right behind me, as we spin around, you can see there's a collection of nice restaurants and shops. And then further down that street up there, that's where you'll find a lot more shops, which I'll show you in a few minutes' time. But for those of you who do love shopping and dining, Lake Oswego's downtown area it does offer a charming mix of boutique shops, cafes and upscale restaurants. So if you're looking for a casual meal or a gourmet experience, or even a day of shopping, you're going to find it all down there in the heart of Lake Oswego. That said, it's not all boutique shops. There's still plenty of regular stores for your essential needs, including grocery stores, pharmacies, and anything that you could possibly need. So if schools are important to you, then the Lake Oswego School District is one of the highest rated in Oregon. According to greatschools.org, the Lake Grove Elementary School is rated 7 out of 10. The Lake Oswego Junior High School is rated 8 out of 10. And then the Lake Oswego High School has a perfect rating of 10 out of 10. Now, if you're enjoying this video and want to see more content like this, please do consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. I release new videos every week, so this is going to be your best way of staying up to date on all of the latest content. And do remember, as a real estate broker, I'm here to assist you with any of your real estate needs across the entire Portland metro area. So feel free to give me a call, send me an email, send me a text, and I'll be able to help you with your move here. Okay, so let's take a quick walk around and drive around the area too, to give you a better feel for what it might be like to live here. Okay, so now let's spend a few minutes to see how much it costs to purchase a home in Lake Oswego. And the prices here are really going to vary. You're going to find homes in the multiple millions right around the lake to a few million outside. And you can find a few condos and townhouses for, $500,000 or a little bit less, but this is the most expensive area in Oregon, so make sure you kind of budget accordingly. So let's take a look first of all right by the lake. Maybe start off at one of the higher priced properties. You can see, for example, homes around the lake. There's one here for $3.25. There's one here for $8.8. There's a couple for like $6 million. If you want lakefront, then you're definitely going to have to pay a significant premium. Let's take a look at one of these ones, $6.99 million. It's just under $7 million. And it's an attractive lakefront property. So let's see, it is 5 bedrooms, 6 full bathrooms, and then 1 half bathroom as well. Square foot is 7,600 square foot. So this is a very large property. If you think about the average property, 1,500, 2,000 square feet, maybe up to 2,500 square feet. So this is 3 or 4 times bigger than the typical property, and it's lakefront as well. So $7 million. Property taxes are around $76,000 a year. Let's take a look kind of at contemporary design, where we should also get some beautiful views of the lake to give you an idea of just how big the lake is and how attractive it is, but also kind of how private the lake is, even though it's supposed to be public access. All right, yeah, very nice design, huge ceilings, beautiful windows, light and bright, and nicely updated as well. There's a few houses around by the lake that need some updating, but this one looks like it's pretty much move-in ready with a huge, beautiful kitchen. And the focus obviously from every room is to have those lake views, and you can see now, get an idea of how beautiful that lake is. Very nicely modern, updated bathroom. This seems to be kind of the bar area. You've got the pool table again. The house is all about the views to that lake, and these doors are sensational as well. Yeah, very attractive little gym area. We're getting a more of a modern vibe to the bathroom. This feels like a beautiful kind of closet space. It's like a spa, fireplace in the bedroom. Beautiful, beautiful, huge bathroom. Even like a little office space, or in this case a nursery, but a cute little office there perhaps. Have a bathroom and a pool. You don't see that many homes in Portland, in the Portland metro area at least, with pools. There are a few in Lake Oswego. But pools are kind of rare, I see. A nice reading room, closet space, seating areas, and of course access to the lake with some toys. Looks like there's a second kind of boathouse. This is just above the boathouse. You see the boats down below. Green space, fire pits. But let's go back to that picture. You can see just how big the lake is and how beautiful the views are with the trees in the background. But yeah, this is this property right here, and you got some sensational views. Okay, so that's a kind of a upper tier of what you can expect in this area. $7 million for a truly beautiful property. You're not going to find many options like this. You will find some around the lake, but this is definitely more on a modern, updated vibe. And Lake Oswego is pretty much the only area close to the Portland metro area where you can find something of this scale. Okay, let's take a look at a couple more options, perhaps a little bit more on the modest side. Okay, so we mentioned First Edition earlier on, and I was also there doing a little bit of filming. This is the older area of town, right next to the main shopping cafe area, for example. So if you live in this area, it's on a slightly steep hill, but if you live in this area, you'll be able to walk down the hill, get into the kind of main little shopping area overall. And you can see there's plenty of options actually in this neighborhood, but again, prices here are actually really expensive compared to many places in Portland. In fact, let's see what this one here, which is kind of on the lower end. Oh, this is a condo one. $2.33 million for a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just under 3,000 square feet. So if you looked at something like that in Irvington, where I live in Northeast Portland, it's probably going to be closer to $1 million. So Lake Oswego, an incredibly expensive area, but you kind of get a little bit higher tier in terms of facilities, amenities, and outdoor attractions. Let's take a closer look at this one. This is kind of more, a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,700 square feet. Probably, definitely on the smaller side for homes in this area, but the price is still quite high at $1.575 million. In fact, before we go through the photos, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, property taxes are just under $10,000 a year. Let's take a quick look. Very attractive from the curb. And this whole neighborhood is really, really beautiful. Older homes, tree-lined streets, kind of more of a nice close-knit community. You got access to the town and library in this area. Overall, nice, attractive house. Kind of cute outdoor area. Yeah, pretty nice landscaping in this area. And you can see here, in fact, this I believe is the town right here, and then the lake right there. So this is kind of where you find a little shopping area. The lake's right there, so not too far to walk down to the lake, but access to the lake is quite hard unless you actually live on the lake or you drive to one of the kind of swim up areas. Okay, so that gives you a kind of an idea on what you can get in that neighborhood, and this is a very desirable neighborhood in Lake Oswego for around $1.575 million. Okay, I'm going to show you something very different now, and I think this is a fantastic option. So I mentioned the lake, I mentioned the desirability of the lake and being close there, and you can see for yourself the prices. The Willamette River, though, is more accessible. There's parks along here, there's walking trails along here. You can put your kayak in and go in there and just kind of actually spend time on the river. And it's a beautiful river. Right next to the river, there's several kind of townhouse condo buildings. So if you want to get into this neighborhood, but your budget isn't in the millions of dollars, you do have options for something like $395,000. This is still going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,252 square foot property. And I'll show you that property in a little bit more detail. But you just simply have to walk up this hill. There's a little slight incline, and then you're immediately in the town area, which is what this light kind of yellowish color is. So very well located, right next to the river, walking trails, yet you don't have to pay the millions of dollars to get into this area. So let's take a closer look. $4,600 a year in taxes. There will be HOA fees on this one. I don't think it shows up on this site very well, but you've got a great little area here, and you can see it is a condo. You can see, let's see if we got some access to the facilities. This is the river. That's actually right where I was filming. So you can see, yeah, I think it's this building right here, and you can see the lake, just how close you are to the lake itself. So overall, fantastically located. Got some parking areas. Unfortunately, there's no pictures of the interior, so perhaps there's somebody living in there right now and it's not presentable. But that gives you kind of an idea that you can buy a condo in a fantastic location with some of those outdoor facilities without having to break the bank and spend millions and millions of dollars. Okay, I wanted to show you one more in the same area because I want to show you some interior pictures. This is the condo building immediately next door. A little bit more expensive, $419,000. It's 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's smaller at 1,077 square feet, but it's very attractive inside. You'll see the pictures themselves. Beautiful inside, doesn't appear like it needs any work. Nicely updated kitchen, and you're going to be in a truly wonderful location. So if you don't need so much space, if your budget's not in the millions, this is going to be a fantastic option because you've got, actually I think this is the same apartment complex. Yeah, it is. You're going to have all those amenities on your doorstep for around $400,000. So these are things, if you're looking for a bit of a bargain, this could be a great option. Now on the southern side of Lake Oswego, right around here, you'll find that it's very almost like a forest. Like there's a lot of tree-lined streets, but older trees. It's not quite a grid system. The houses are, you know, not built cookie cutter. They're kind of more spread out. So very different feel on the southern side compared to the older historic area in first edition up there. Let's take a quick look at this one here. It's close to the lake, but not directly on it. But $1.49 million, in fact 1.499, so just under $1.5 million. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2,700 square feet, 0.2 of an acre. Looks like from the exterior shot that it's a kind of very nice modern area, and you can see kind of surrounded by trees is what this entire area is. Built in the mid 70s, and let's see, 2 bathrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. Yeah, so let's see what the interior looks like. But yeah, this is what I mean about how the trees you're surrounded by, like you're almost living in a forest. In fact, both sides really, but this area definitely where the houses are. You can see the proximity to the lake. Nice modern exterior, nice modern open plan vibe. Doesn't appear to need any work. Beautifully renovated, huge open plan space. And kind of this waterfall style with the countertops. Yeah, this is a fantastic option. This one's definitely got some design choices in here. Someone's kind of gone with some more modern vibe. I love this kind of little areas as well. But overall, a great little office. Yeah, this is a strong option. Kind of a covered porch or lanai as well. So overall, I think that's giving you a really kind of a wide range on what you can expect from properties in Lake Oswego. If you want to be lakefront, a huge lakefront estate, you're looking at the multiple millions. Anywhere from $3 to $8 million seems to be the range. It's a big range, but it depends on the finishes and the size. If you want to be in kind of first edition, $1.5 to $2.5 million seems to be the range. If you want to be on the south side, that seems to be a little bit more of an affordable area. The property we saw was just under $1.5 million. Beautifully done, a little bit larger, so it's a little bit more affordable down here compared to first edition. But if you want to be close to everything, but your budget isn't anywhere near this multiple millions, then maybe one of these condos right down by the river could be a strong option for you. But overall, it appears to be at least something for everybody here.
Okay, so let's just take a few moments to recap, talk about some of the pros and the cons of living here. Firstly, it's a beautiful area. You can see just for yourselves down here on the Willamette River is beautiful. You've got some homes right behind me which have some fantastic views on the water. There's also some really beautiful historical homes too. The schools are really highly rated. In terms of the cons, there's only one big one that stands out, and that's that it's not cheap to live here. This is one of the most expensive areas in Oregon to live, so it may break the bank if you want to be here. Now, if you're interested in Lake Oswego or want to learn more about similar neighborhoods, check out my video on West Lynn, which is a charming town also situated on the Willamette River, located just south of here. And don't forget to reach out to me if you need help with your move to the Portland metro area. Now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.